All right, welcome to Back in the Black. I'm Merritt Black coming to you live from the Place Your Trades Network. Today, we're going to be talking about something that is really, really important. We're going to be talking about expectations. It's huge. It's huge. Anyways, today's podcast is brought to you by Tradeovate. They've built a custom app dedicated to trading event contracts. This is what we're all using at Place Your Trades. Use the link in the chat. Start using this app, Tradeovate web app, for free. Try it out. You can follow along, make your own picks, see what it's like, and try out these event contracts. It's a pretty cool tool for a lot of people. And as always, subscribe to our channel, set those notifications so you never miss when we go live like this. So again, welcome. I'm Merritt. I head up Apteros Trading. You can find out about us at apterostrading.com. Let's get our mind right for the week. I love this segment. We're getting a tremendous amount of good feedback from people who are really, really getting their minds right and using what we're talking about on these Monday morning shows to carry them throughout the week and really help them. Today's going to be a good one. And you can go look at the recordings of the past ones as well. All right. Let me ask you this. Please ask yourself this. Do you expect something in particular? Do you expect something when you enter a trade? Think about it. What do you expect when you enter a trade? What do you expect, or do you expect your overall day today, for example? Or think about your expectations for Friday, last Friday. Do you expect it to go a certain way? Favorably, right? Exactly. Not to go against you, perhaps, right? I strongly encourage, if you guys don't listen to anything else I say this whole talk, go find a quiet place sometime after market hours away from the screens and really ask yourself, what do I expect typically when I enter a trade? What do I expect or think about a trading day as a whole? If money is the root of all evil, in trading, it just might be expectations that are the root of all problems. This is why in my NADRO course, I teach people to rethink what trading actually is, what markets actually are, so that they think differently about what they're sitting in this chair trying to do, so that they change their expectations. High expectations for a trade or for your day's P&L, if you haven't figured out, is not a good thing to have. Markets have a ton of randomness in them. Okay, you're talking to a 15-year veteran here of watching second by second price action. There's a lot of randomness. We literally cannot predict when a big news event or order will come in and change things and stuff happens, right? You can't find a perfect thing to predict markets. So even when we trade flawlessly, we take our best trades, we execute them perfectly, things are not going to go favorably for us. If you constantly expect things to go your way, you're simply making this harder on yourself psychology than you have to. Think about it. This hurts your trading big time. If you're nervous, you're probably dealing with expectations focused on the future. If you're angry, you're probably dealing with expectations linked to probably something that happened in the past. If you find yourself making a lot of silly mistakes after dealing with some adversity, you're dealing with expectations. How do we get better with this, right? We've identified the problem. You have to become okay with all outcomes. The outcome of the next trade, the outcome of today's session, all of it. Are you truly okay with all outcomes? Get okay with them. Find out how you can tap into, how I teach it, a truth or a mental space that allows you to accept all outcomes. Don't sit there and lie to yourself and try to psych yourself out saying something you don't believe, right? Some people try to say, okay, I don't care what happens on this trade. I don't care what happens on this trade. You freaking care a lot, okay? Saying that to yourself doesn't fix it. You need to find a deeper truth. Take my NADRO course, Mental Framework, Section 1. Find something you can believe in that allows you to accept all outcomes. On an ongoing basis, you can tell by your reactions and feelings to bad trades or bad trading sessions. We should say bad, right? Losing, right? How do you react to a losing trade? How do you react and feel about a losing session? You can tell by those reactions where you're currently at on this spectrum. The degree to which a losing trade or a losing session upsets you is the degree to which you have work to do on this topic. Go start practice visualizing bad outcomes. Accept them before they ever occur. Then, importantly, move on to the task at hand, whether it's placing a trade, managing a trade, whatever. Get to your process for making good decisions. Shift your focus to your to-do list. I'm going to say that again, that whole spiel right there. Practice visualizing bad outcomes. Experience them, right? Feel it. Feel yourself as this happens. Get to a place where you can accept those after you've kind of practiced, rehearsed them. Now I can say, okay, I can handle that. And you tap into maybe a deeper truth as to why you can handle it. Then move on to the freaking task at hand, guys. Whatever you need to do, place a trade, manage a trade, stop out, whatever. Get to your process. Shift your focus to your to-do list. Another tip, start a psychological journal, right? Most of us have a trade journal. We talk about trades and markets and market-generated information. Start a psychology section, or at least add one to what you're doing. Simply, neutrally, objectively jot down what kind of thoughts or feelings you have when you face that adversity, when you have a losing trade or a losing session. Let's just start to observe it. Monitor where you're at with all this. You'll start to pick up on some patterns. You'll start to learn more about yourself, and you'll see where you're at and how you can go from, if we don't know where we're at, right? If we're not tracking anything, we don't truly know where we can go. So again, I have a lot more detail on this stuff in our mental framework section, our NADRO course. You can go to apterostrading.com. But this is a really, really important topic. There are so many trader psychology things out there that I believe are more band-aid solutions. They're more things that people are focused on dealing with a lot of the effects of what I believe are really messed up expectations in the first place. So if we can kind of address more of that root cause, and you can learn a little more about yourself in that way, man, you can just make your life easier as a trader. It can be less stressful. It can be more in the zone more of the time. We're not going to become perfect, right? But you can get better. And that's my hope with this talk here today. Okay. Our screen share kind of froze us up last time, so we're not going to do a screen share here. As you guys know, I have been swing long the S&P. It could still happen, but for me, that idea is done into that overnight high. I think we are flipping the script from the open last Sunday, not last night, but the prior Sunday, whatever it was, 14th or whatever, 17th. I don't know what it was. I'm not good at math. The move, I know it was a kind of a sideways week, but we still ended up moving quite a ways off those lows, right? I was long from what, 36.12 or something, and we're currently, overnight high was 38.10. So we've moved a long ways up. I am like reverse position. Technically, I'm short right now for what it's worth. I'm bearish from these references. Could it keep going? Could we start to hold above these levels? Sure. Anything can happen. I have accepted that bad outcome. Truly. This market could bounce a long ways, right? So, but this is a key spot here. 3,800 to 3,810, this kind of like upper end of the overnight session, overnight high area where we just retested actually around 7 a.m. my time. It's a really bearish spot for these charts. So for the S&P, dealer's choice, take a no, take the at the money. What do we got here? S&P strike list. I'm using the web app that I mentioned. I just have it pulled up on PC. So we're currently trading 37.86. So 37.50. No for a buck. 37.50. No for a buck. I just bought 20 of those. 37.50. No for a buck. I love this. All right. That's all the time we have today. That's my pick. You go back, listen to this talk again on expectations, guys. I hope it was helpful. We will see you next time. Cheers.